like his persistence and his loyalty. As much as he does mess up, he always comes back to try again eventually. And that's not ideal, but listen, it's he does try. I really look up to and admire his, the effort he does put in despite his flaws.
I really respect her strength and her patience and her ability to forgive. I think it's really admirable.
I think, I wasn't really very involved with social media before becoming involved with the franchise. And I think something that's been really wonderful that's come out of it is I've kind of been able to rely on them in a strange way. We talk, I've been quite active with the fandom. And there have been times that I've sort of tried to ask questions of them and use ideas that they've had. And also figuring out there are things that are in the book that I didn't realize as an outsider that they didn't like, because they're so excited about about the books that I didn't understand. There's kind of a love-hate relationship they have with the material. So seeing their feedback on social media about we don't like this and this is why, because there's this toxic thing or something, that has actually been really helpful for me, because I've gone back to the script and rewritten scenes based on that were exactly the way the book was. But then I've changed them because, you can revise things as you go.
I remember being on a balcony in Italy one time with Anna Todd, the writer, and it was a book signing and there were loads of people inside and that was overwhelming in itself. And I remember we went out on to look over the balcony and it was almost like the whole square, it felt like, was filled with people. There's something about being on the balcony that it was very surreal. It was very surreal. I'll never forget that, how many people came out just to see us. I'm very touched by that.
There was a book signing in Spain that was wild to me. And just the number of people and the noise and the energy that was, I don't think we've had an experience like that since.
Your fire within is boiling blood. Yeah, I think that in the bigger picture, to me, what's important is finding out, why does this scene need to take place here? It's not just, because we need a sex scene every 30 minutes or whatever. It's there's a reason for this. There has to be an emotional underpinning. So figuring out that, what are we doing visually and what are we doing emotionally in this intimate scene that is different from the others to make it necessary? That's really important information to go into the scene when you're actually shooting it with, or on the day, because the actors need to understand that. They don't want to feel well, here's another day, we're going to get you with your clothes off and start filming you. They want to feel as though they understand that emotional and visual importance and why it needs to be there. And then on the day, we've already rehearsed what the scene looks like. We've choreographed it. We've had the intimacy coordinator. If there are questions, it's an open dialogue. So making the actors feel really comfortable and keeping it, as professional as possible is kind of how I approach things.
I was just gonna say, I feel at this point, it really just feels like another scene. And I think in terms of the most important thing, it's probably comfort and having time to shoot the scene so you're not rushing it, because I think that can be really important with those sorts of scenes.
Yeah, I'd second Joe and say maybe at the start there's more you might worry about it and be anxious and anticipate it, even though it's next week and you've got a whole week of film and you might. But no, I feel we're in movie 3 and 4 now, and I feel at this point, as Joe said, it's just another scene, and we've had we've had a lot of time to practice how to make them comfortable and done. Put us in a position where we can do them well and, as Joe said, comfortably, and we've definitely learned how to do that over the years. So yeah, it does feel just like another scene now.
No sé lo que es verdad y lo que no.
¡Basta, Harding!
¡Parad! Todos somos locos enamorados.
Iba a decírtelo hace tiempo. eres mi mejor lugar, Tess.